existence or non-existence because he simply exists. Have I got everybody still with me, or have I lost somebody? Do you follow me on this? God having no substance, no existence of being or not being, exists. He neither is nor is not. He exists. Brother Mike, I can't fathom that. I can't get the handle on that. I can't put my arms around that. Right. He's God. There is no possible way of grasping he doesn't exist, but he does exist, and he exists. He doesn't exist. He doesn't not exist. He exists. Quite simply, he is God. There is no human ability to understand the scope and the diagram and the dimension in which God exists, because he is God and we are not. Colossians 1 verse 17 says scripturally that he is before all things. Now the thing that got me when I was about 10 years old and a Baptist preacher was saying God always was, because he used the passage of Revelation where he says, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, that God always was, that he never began, and yet he never ends. Think about that for a minute. God never began. That's hard to get a handle on. Hang on, you mean he never started? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. He never began. And so God never had a starting point. God never had a beginning place. He never began. He always was. He'll never end, because he always will be. Now, if that makes sense to you, that's a lot better than I'm doing. He always was. He never began. There was never anyone before him. There'll never be anything after him, because he will never end. God's existence is theological. We don't like that word in church a lot of times. Theological is a word that confuses and stresses us out. God's existence is theological. Theos is the Greek word meaning God's existence is non-ending. In Romans 1, verse 18 through 20, the Bible says the universe proves that God is the maker and designer, that he is the one who designs and makes and creates the universe. There has never been anyone who has created the universe. There never will be anyone who can create a universe